Hello there YouTube, I am Wheelchair21, and on today's rolling review, we have Dragon Ball Z, Resurrection of F, S.H.Figuarts, Golden Frieza. Yes, this is part 2 of our Resurrection of F Figuarts, and while part 3 and 4 will technically have to be next year when Beerus and Vegeta come out. Too bad they couldn't come out at a closer date so we could continue all at the same time. Anyways, Golden Frieza uses a nice purple box. Yeah, it's pretty much purple with a lighter white, mix of purple to have this cool, Frieza-like design. And they even spelt it correct in romanization instead of the other various ways that are spelt internationally for his name. Now, on the back, it practically is a retool of, the original Frieza's box, as well as an insert of the Resurrection of F design that even Goku himself has. And honestly, it's a very bland, basic, simple, styled box. And it's funny because they say heroic action when this guy is clearly the goddamn villain. Anyways, let's get inside and see the accessory count this figure has. Frieza is very limited compared to his original release in his, base version of his Final Form, where Golden Frieza only has 3 additional hands, 3 additional heads, and a tail. The only other thing it's missing is really its display and blast effect that original Final Form Frieza had, which is kind of sad that it's probably not going to see a reissue anytime soon, because, I missed out on the original release of it, and it's going for an astronomical price because it was only retail here in the States and North America and exclusive in Japan. So, those of you who have the original Final Form to go along with this bad boy, you are a lucky SOB. Anyways, let's look at Frieza in its full form. Upon removing Golden Frieza from its box, it is just a breathtaking figure due to its yellow metallic golden paint. It just glimmers, it just gleams, it just shines, and it really tries to cast what the movie did for this form. It is probably one of the most elegantly painted Figuarts and design Figuarts thus far when it comes to this glimmer, gloss, and, just scheme. Honestly, this is probably one of my top tier figures just for the paint apps alone. I think this rivals the Kamen Rider Gaim armor pieces that are just elegant and beautiful. For those of you who are not a Kamen Rider fan, I insist you check out those reviews here on my channel, or just look up the designs of the suits in general and just think this kind of paint, app, and detail on those armor plating. Freaking smashing, freaking beautiful. Other than that, all I can say is, first off, out of the 4 heads, I'm really well appeased with basic smirk, which I took off. Yes, this is the face you get when it comes out of the box. It's just regular kind of face, smirk face, which is on him right now. And, his joyous, ha-ha-ha, arrogant kind of laughing face. It's really nice, very simple, very great. The weird thing is that because of the light gloss and how it glimmers, the gold, it actually contrasts when trying to put the actual figures down for a straight-on profile view, so you have to have them at an angle. This face is kind of like Frieza's pissed-off face when he can't believe that, Goku could be stronger than him, or when he got punched in the gut by Super Saiyan God Vegeta. Yeah, out of the 4 faces, these 3 are probably the ones that are probably most used by people. These 2 here and that one on the figure that right now. This one won't be used until, like I said, Super Saiyan God Vegeta comes out later in 2016. So we gotta really look at the figure at hand. Golden Frieza pretty much uses the original Frieza mold. Everything about it is practically the same. It does look a lot slimmer, mostly due to the paint, but this is straight up original Frieza using his original anime design, which is very, very sleek, very, very small, and technically is one of the smallest characters in the franchise at this time in Figuarts form. Honestly, I think they should have gone with the anime design where he's just a little bit bigger and about the same height as Vegeta. I'm going to turn off the turntable for a moment so we can go into talking about said figure. Since I don't own the original, I can't really talk about the difference between the shoulders, but I'm pretty sure there is a significant difference between the 2. The tail joint is just a simple ball joint swivel attached to his ass and to his tail. The tail itself isn't really flexible. It probably can break here through here. The rest of it is pretty hard. This is the loosest area, so be careful with it. You could chip it, break it, whatever. You could probably break the joint too, because it is a little tighter than the original, from what I'm hearing from other people. The front panel here on his chest, his breastplate, his abdomen plate here is kind of wiggly, wobbly. I'm afraid it could break or pop off. It's just to help angle the figure better when he's trying to, crunch up and do certain poses. One of the biggest flaws about the figure is, since it is a smaller and petite design, its ass and tail is actually the heaviest thing about it, making it hard for this figure to stand. It actually took me about 15 minutes to properly place this figure without the need of a Tamashii stage, just to keep it up and standing. Honestly, you can probably counterbalance it, depending on how you angle his feet, but to get the pose that he assumes upon ascending to this golden form with his legs crossed, it takes forever. So you gotta be very careful when posing this SOB. Honestly, that is probably the biggest flaw, is its tail. Yes, the biggest flaw is its tail. Too much weight will wear out probably the feet and the joints and cause issues with its balance and ability to stand. Also, the fact that the tail is probably its most fragile piece. And thus we come to evaluation time. We talk about the final evaluation for Figuarts Golden Frieza from Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F / Dragon Ball Super manga / anime. Okay, first off, I can say that displaying it by itself would be kind of, a farce. Because you kind of want to get Frieza with Goku, or eventually the release of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta in 2016. Because this Frieza is kind of a letdown. One, it doesn't come with its effect set for its Death Beam / Death Ball display base, and it is just a quick retool and redesign of the original Figuart, even though it's more elegantly repurposed to have this nice glimmer and metallic design to be golden. To get both, it will cost about maybe $90 or more, because, they are collector's figures. They are collector line figures. They are worth about $40 to $50 a piece on, retail, and they can be even more on the secondary market, so get them while supplies last. Like I said, you gotta get them as both, especially if you like the movie, especially if you want to complete your collection, and, there's no other way to really explain it. I mean, these figures are probably going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing until they're repurposed and retooled to be another version of these variants, and so, yeah, you'll probably have more chances, but you never know. Honestly, I think that both figures do have their flaws. Frieza has more flaws than Goku, because, its tail is its biggest flaw, destroying its balance and really making it hard to pose the figure, and the fact that it could have had a few more accessories, such as additional hands and maybe a blast effect or two. Honestly, that's probably the only thing that hurts the figure, other than its petite design and mold. Nevertheless, though, they are great together rather than they are on their own, and I hope that people can get these figures, as well as do enjoy the movie like I do. Now, you can find this review here on my channel, or over at herotaku.com, and anyways, this has been another rolling review for Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F Figuarts. I've been Wheelchair21, and I'll see you next time with more content, whether it be reviews, Doyle's DVDs, card game shenanigans, vlogs / unboxings.